Once in a remote part of China, there was a grand monastery where about 500 monks lived. They were all dedicated to the path of self-realization under the guidance of their master. One day, a man arrived at the monastery seeking to become a disciple. He approached the Zen master and said, "Master, I seek to know myself. I wish to realize the truth." The Zen master looked at him and replied, "If you truly wish to know the truth, you must be willing to stake your entire life on this path. It may take your whole lifetime, and even then, there is no guarantee that you will attain it. Are you prepared for this?" Without hesitation, the man answered, "Master, I have come here with complete dedication. I am ready." The master then gave him an unusual task. "If that is so, then do one thing. In this monastery, there are 500 monks. Your duty will be to pound rice for them. From morning till night, keep pounding rice. When tired, sleep. When you wake up, start again. Do not engage in anything else. Do not think about anything else, and do not come to me. I will come to you. When the time is right." The young man accepted the instruction and began his work. Each day he would wake up early and tirelessly pound rice to feed the monks. He did not speak to anyone, nor did anyone approach him. At first, thoughts constantly ran through his mind as he worked, but over time they started fading. Since he did not engage in any new distractions, his thoughts gradually ceased. Years passed, and he became so immersed in his task that he even forgot his own name. He never meditated in the traditional sense, nor did he study scriptures. Other monks regarded him as simple-minded, thinking he was inferior to them. 12 years went by. One day, the Zen master gathered all the monks and made an announcement. "My time is coming to an end. It is time to choose my successor, the one who will lead this monastery after me. Any disciple who has attained self-realization should come and write a few lines outside my door tonight, lines that capture their understanding." Many disciples wished to do so. That night, a chief disciple, highly respected for his knowledge of Buddhist scriptures, stepped forward and wrote, "The mind is like a mirror on which dust of thoughts and desires accumulates. Sweeping away this dust is meditation. He whose mirror is clear has attained liberation." By morning, when the master read the lines, he became furious. "Who wrote this nonsense on my wall?" he demanded. The chief disciple, though confident in his knowledge, had not signed his name. Deep down, he himself was unsure of the truth. The master dismissed the words as mere intellectual understanding, not true realization. The entire monastery buzzed with discussion about this event. As two monks passed by the rice pounder's room, they mentioned the incident. The rice pounder, hearing their words, let out a quiet laugh. Surprised, they asked, "Why are you laughing?" To them, he was an insignificant figure, just a simple man pounding rice. He had never read scriptures or practiced meditation like the others. His laughter puzzled them. They insisted, "Tell us, why did you laugh?" The rice pounder replied, "Because the master is right. Those lines truly are meaningless." Shocked, they asked, "Can you write something better?" He replied humbly, "I cannot write, for I am illiterate. But if you write for me, I will tell you what to inscribe." They agreed and brought him to the master's quarters. The rice pounder then dictated these lines, "Mind itself is an illusion. There is no mind, nor is there a mirror for the mind. When the mind does not exist, where can dust settle? The one who realizes this has understood the truth." The monks wrote down his words and signed his name below. They expected the same reaction from the master, but when the master saw these lines, he immediately rose in the middle of the night. He rushed to the rice pounder's quarters, woke him up and handed him his staff and robe. "From this moment you are my successor," the master declared, "but you must leave this monastery at once. The scholars here who believe themselves superior will not accept you. They may even try to harm you out of jealousy." He continued, "You have attained what I sought to teach, and you did so while pounding rice. I know that wherever you go, people will come to you, for when a flower blooms, its fragrance spreads on its own." The rice pounder bowed, touched his master's feet and left the monastery in the dead of night. The lesson. Many believe meditation is only done by sitting still with closed eyes, but true meditation is about complete absorption in the present moment. It can happen while walking, working, or even pounding rice, when one becomes so immersed in an action that they forget their own self. The rice pounder did not meditate traditionally, nor did he read scriptures, yet his total surrender to his work led him to self-realization. Zen is about being fully present. As long as thoughts exist, the mind exists. But when thoughts cease, the mind vanishes, leaving only pure consciousness. True spiritual realization does not require special practices. It comes from complete immersion in whatever one is doing. When work itself becomes meditation, enlightenment follows naturally.